I gotta lose weight. Oh man, it is hot. Jesus Christ, burning me up today. I wish I had a sunroof on this car. Oh my goodness. Oh, so goddamn hot. Look how dark my wrist has gotten. I try and wear my gardening gloves, but no. Hey everyone, I'm Angelo, homeless filmmaker in LA. Just got back from a toilet I found. It was in a bathroom, took a huge dump. Real nice. Oh man, it is hot. I realized I never really did a video. Well, did I? I think I did. I don't know. A video saying I'd been in LA for a year, but whatever. I haven't done a live stream in a while. Thought I'd get to it. My windows are like all the way down, but the wind is not blowing much. That is bothering me. I've been under quarantine. I mean, LA has been under quarantine for like 3 months now. That means I've been showering with water bottles almost that whole time. I've only showered at other places, I think 4 or 5 times, because I had that Airbnb for a few days. Whew, man. Been able to go over to a performance venue and edit videos there occasionally, charge my devices. Tonight, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to, maybe I'll just charge my phone outdoors. There's this place I can do it by a store. Oh man, I'm going to try and stay off my phone because the battery's already kind of drained. Just read. I'm going to finish reading this, Anatomy of Story by John Truby, about screenwriting, and then do some writing. I've read 42 screenplays now. Recently I read Moonstruck, which was great. After Hours, Bringing Out the Dead, Jarhead. What the hell else did I read a few days ago? Like 2 or 3 days ago. What did I read? Can't even remember now. Yesterday I read the screenplay for Almost Famous. Holy crap, that was amazing. That was so good. I was so excited reading it. And I've seen the movie. I love the movie, but it's been like 8 years since I've seen the movie. Man, that screenplay is so good. Like a screenplay like that is so good, you don't even understand how it's working so well as you're reading it. I'm wondering like how, I don't get it. It seems so simple. It seems so deceptive, and yet it's so well done. Like I would have no clue how I'd even begin going about writing this kind of story. It is so specific, and every line of dialogue is so surprising and entertaining. And even though sometimes you wonder, like, does it run the risk of being too oblique, sort of, being something you can't relate to, because it's about a very specific world. This teenager who's trying to be a rock journalist for this fictional band, but it's kind of, informed by real bands. And Cameron Crowe, the writer and director's own experience being a teenage rock journalist. And it does it so well. By the end of it, I was dying to read it again. I was like, holy crap, how did it do that? Like, it's this illusion that's going on the whole time. Anyways, really good. I got to go over that one again at least 1 or 2 times because, man, that was so good. And it's weird. You never know which screenplay is really going to jump out at you, even when I love the movie. Some screenplays and movies I love, when I read them, they're not exciting. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm glad I wasn't given the chance to direct these, because I would have passed them right over and said, oh, this doesn't seem that exciting. But the movies are some of my favorites. And it just has to do, sometimes, screenplay needs to be performed. Sometimes it doesn't always, make for a really exciting read, even though it's working. And I got to lose weight. I've been doing burpees pretty much every morning. But now today I just did squats because I've been doing burpees so much. I figure I'm neglecting, focusing on certain parts of my body. Oh, man. the controls for the heat, I mean the vents for my car, they're broken, so now it just stays on the defrost mode. The air conditioning works, but the problem is the servo or whatever motor, when I switch to, you know, the vents in the front or lower down by the legs, it doesn't switch. So, which hasn't been a problem because I basically never use them except a little bit some mornings when I want to use the defrost on the window. Usually I don't need to because I'll wipe down the window when I wake up, or I'll have the windows cracked lately because it's so warm and I want to let cool air in so I can sleep. But yeah, at some point maybe I'll try and fix that. Anyways, man, I'm struggling to lose weight. I was losing weight for a little, now I'm gaining weight again. Hi, Johan. I gotta brush my teeth. Oh, fuck. My shoes are falling the hell apart. Click like, everybody. Helps the video out. And it's just a wild time. It's, you know, this is so different from when I came to LA. I was so excited to be here. I still am, but then I had my dissociative disorder relapse and the quarantine happened, and even the protests are now have changed a little bit what I'm doing. I won't really get into that much, but it's not a big deal or anything. If you hear it, it'd be really boring. But it's just, stuff is changing even around here. You see stores boarded up now, even though I'm in the valley. I guess it's called the San Fernando Valley, this whole region. But there's not really much of anything. There are protests here, but there haven't been anything massive like in downtown, and where you have seen police beating people and stuff and arresting them. But still, I see stores boarded up here, parking lots that used to turn the lights off at night, now the lights are on all night. I did go to a protest, by the way, a few days ago. That was good. It was a good experience. And I don't mean, it doesn't matter if it was good for me, obviously. It's about something very much bigger than that. But I'm saying it went well. It was organized. The people were respectful. Police were very respectful. Virtually every person wore masks. You know, nobody was really bothering anybody. We were marching in the street. Drivers all over, man, they were honking in support, putting up their fists, holding up signs, passing out water bottles. The drivers were almost all supportive. And even as we were marching through the street several times, and we took a knee in the middle of an intersection in memory of George Floyd and many others. But yeah, that was good. Although the thing is, for me, it's like that also, it kind of gets me a little manic, and it's like I got to be alone somewhat. Or I got to be somewhere where I don't keep having that same input of people yelling, cars honking, because I was almost having nightmares about cars honking. I couldn't get it out of my head, but I'm very glad I went. And it's not because of anything from me, you know, it's because I'm glad I could go and try and support. And, you know, it's just wild, like being in LA, the center of, you know, so much what happens in the country happens right here. Massive protests here. Everybody's talking about it. Oh, man. Trying to stay as healthy as possible. I have no idea where my cholesterol is, though. That's not good. I wish okay, don't know what happened to the live stream. It just cut out all of a sudden. Oh boy. It's so damn hot. I wish it was windier. And I feel shitty. My weight. I gotta lose at least 25 pounds, I bet. Oh, Joanne? Oh, okay. Your name says Johan, though. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. I got here. I'm gonna lower the window. What little more it can go down. See if that helps. Yeah, that barely helped anything. Oh man. It's so fucking hot. The good thing is when it's hot, it heats up my whole car so the water bottles get hot. And at night when I sleep with the water bottles, they're warm pretty much all day. So when I wake up, even though I put them in my sleeping bag, you know, to warm them up, nights like last night, it was too warm to sleep in my sleeping bag. So when it's like that, I just sleep on top of it and just have a blanket on me and have the windows down. And the water bottles are pretty warm. So when I woke up today, I got to at least shower with warm water. Man, but it's weird. It's a different world. And I am recovering it's like punctuated, my recovery from depersonalization, derealization disorder, meaning I get better, I sort of plateau, and then something triggers my symptoms again. But then once my symptoms flare up, I still get even better, and the flare up isn't as bad as before. So, but it's just so crazy. It's like a fucking roller coaster. It's like, God damn it, I'm tired of like not knowing what kind of person I'll be like one day, you know, what I'm gonna feel like. Am I gonna feel like myself or not? Can I just fucking exist without thinking, oh, this is gonna trigger my symptoms, this might, whatever. I gotta be careful. You know, it's like I almost forget what it's like to just be myself. But I am getting better overall. The things that trigger me are less and less powerful. And like I said, exercise, I think that helps a lot. I sleep pretty well. I get up around 5 a.m. every day. I usually really get up by like 5:30. That helps too. And I try and eat pretty well. Just, damn, I'm struggling to lose weight. Oh, you can see it on my face. Oh, okay, it's Quebec spelling. Quebecois. Oh, it's nice, a breeze is coming. I'd darken the screen, save the battery a little bit. Thanks. Yeah, still struggling, but getting better overall. And the fact that I'm able to read screenplays now is a huge improvement. Before, I just could not do that a few weeks ago. Look how dark from the sun is burning up my hands. I always wear my jacket, but oh man, my hands feel like they're burning. More so on my left one. I know it looks like my right, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, because the image is flipped like a mirror. Yeah, but getting better overall. Surprised at my recovery. It still scares me. Sometimes I wake up and like it's like I don't know who I am. And it makes me remember like, oh, before I always woke up and knew who I was and knew what I wanted, you know? And I'm scared, like, will I ever be able to want those same things again? Will I even care? Will I be drifting through life, you know, pretending that I'm recovering? But yeah, it is getting better overall. Let's see. I mean, I'm better than I was a month ago or 2 months ago. Oh man, I want a haircut. My hair is so long. I don't mind it too much lately, but yeah, I like the feel. I don't like feeling like I have a hat on my head. You know, that makes my head run hot. This helps a little, I guess. Well, the static. You can hear the static like discharges. Oh, that's too weird looking at the camera. And... fuck, it is hot. But yeah, I'm trying to eat healthy overall, clean foods, high fiber, oatmeal every day. A lot of fish stuff like canned fish, tuna, sardines, herring. Those are good for my cholesterol, I know. I'm scared about my cholesterol. Because if it's high, I could cause permanent heart damage and stuff. And even though I have Medi-Cal now, it's like free health insurance. I don't really even know how to get a doctor or like where I go. And they call me, they saying like, if you want to set up which plan, it's like, what the, why is this even complicated? Man, fuck you. I don't want to deal with like, oh, do I set up which plan? Do I find out which doctor? How about I call a doctor and set up an appointment and it's covered? Yeah, eating helps my mental health, I guess, eating well. Or I don't know, it doesn't hurt it to eat well. But it's hard to eat well when you can't cook your own food. Because healthy food is very expensive. You know, if you want cooked healthy food. So man, I want to lose at least like 30 pounds. I know I could lose 30 pounds. I've read 42 scripts now, total. Although in my life I know I've read more scripts, but since I've counted reading screenplays, 42. I have a list that I keep, and I want to read at least 100. But today I know I'm not going to go over to the place where I get on my laptop and read, so I'm just going to finish this book on screenwriting that I have, finish reading it, and then just write in my notebook ideas for my own screenplay. So I'm really struggling to figure out, you know, which direction I want to take it. I've taken it in so many so far. I've written over 13 drafts of it as a short story, and now I want to make it into a feature. And, you know, you got to pick something and go with it. You know, pick an idea for it. You're in Oregon and it's raining there. I got this stuff. This is good, real healthy, a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, whole lot of fiber. That's really good for my cholesterol. Oh, Ezekiel shit. It's bland, but that's the way I like it. And a lot of vitamins and stuff. I guess I'll eat some now. You can see how sort of how oh shit, I keep spilling it. Where the fuck is the spoon? How dry that is. That's like a lizard's, you know, scales. But this fills me up and it's really healthy. I know the fiber is really healthy for me. Helps get rid of cholesterol. And when this gets, you know, absorbs water in your stomach, it expands and fills you up. Oh shit. My hand keeps shaking and I spill it everywhere. Yeah, I wish there was an atheist version of this cereal. I'm not into the Bible stuff, but it's a good cereal. Quaker Oats, that's another religious thing. Come on, don't shake hand. So I'll drink some water after this to help fill me up. Actually, maybe I should drink some water now and let the cereal drop into the pool of water in my stomach. All right, playing. I wish I had a tent to put over my car. That would be so nice. Cool this place down. Thank goodness it's getting a little windier. It was so windy yesterday. I woke up, the wind was blowing in my car. It was scaring me, like, because I was still disoriented and I didn't know what was going on. I'm going to try and exercise again tonight. My legs aren't as in good shape as I want. And I did a bunch of squats and lunges this morning and calf raises, but I want to do more. I can do a lot more of them in burpees because they're more spaced out. But when I do them really intensely, you know, all in a row, I'm pretty good at them, but still, you know, I want to be able to do a lot more before I get tired out. I could only do a few sets before it's like my legs were just exhausted. And it gets hot so quickly here. I swear by 6:30 in the morning, it gets pretty hot unless the clouds are out or it's windy. And the mayor wants to foolishly reopen stuff in LA, including resuming film production on June 12th, which is a terrible idea. So many people are going to get sick because of this. We never really contained it. I mean, yeah, we did do a lot to contain this pandemic, but now it's going to be unleashed, and there's going to be a huge second wave. I don't know what's going on, what's going through me. Sometimes I feel like making videos a lot, sometimes not. I don't know if it's because when I'm so focused on screenwriting, it's like all my creative, you know, energy goes into that. Of course, it's also my dissociative disorder. I'm almost like looking around, waiting for the wind to come back. Like, come on, cool me down. All right, thanks, Joanne. There's a little breeze. It is so damn hot out. I've seen signs up, people saying, you know, I'll cut your hair in my home, but I'm not that interested in that. Also, I kind of don't know if I can trust them to, you know, have masks on. God damn, do I want my hair buzzed. And to buy my own hair, like electric razor, would be like $80, $100 or something. Drinking lots of water helps with weight loss. Where the hell do I go to cool down? Put more deodorant on. This Arm & Hammer stuff's good. I started using that. Seems to last a lot longer than Old Spice, which is always what I've used. Feel better after eating that Ezekiel cereal and drinking water. But I've really got to lose weight. And exercise won't do that. It helps, but I'm sure the burpees I've been doing really help, but it's diet that really controls that. Oh, there's the wind. Oh, that's so nice. What else did I read the screenplay for recently? I'm trying to remember. Click like, it helps the video out. I won't stay on that much longer because I don't know really what else to say, and I want to get to my writing. Days go by so quickly now. I swear life is going so quickly. It just vanishes so fast. I guess that's partly because time doesn't move the same way when you see the same things all the time. Like, I haven't been able to go work on film sets. You know, I miss doing that. I'm sure that would help in my recovery. But what the hell can we do now? Oh my goodness, I've been sweating so much. 9 people here, oh my goodness. Click like, everybody. I am in my car in LA. I've been in LA for over a year now. I was actually in LA for a year on May 3rd. So now we're over a year, and I swear it feels like a week. Maybe if I was in a home, it would feel that like that, because I don't know. And who knows what's going to happen now. I really hope, you know, we get some affordable housing or something, or housing for everybody now as part of all these protests. Not to make it about me, but I'll be fine. But lots of people, you know, here pay over 90% of their income in rent. That's true, 90%. And I mean, how much walking can I do? How much exercising can I do? I exercise so much every morning. Maybe I'll go walking today. Thanks, Cher Snow. Cher was one of the co-stars, or she was the star of Moonstruck, a screenplay I just read. It was a great screenplay. It was just like the movie. But overall, I am getting more focused, getting better, recovering from my disorder. It is improving for me. It's just very punctuated, very syncopated, the recovery. It's like almost like steps. It's like, but you go at one step, plateau there, and then my symptoms flare up and it's like an explosion, and then I get a little better, go to the next step, and it takes time, and eventually I feel much better, and then I get more of my symptoms flare up, even worse, and it goes on and on like that. So it's very strange. It's different from other times I've recovered. Each other time I recovered, it was much clearer, the recovery. But then again, they were more severe each time before, so it was like more clear when I recovered. This time, it wasn't as severe. It's just strange. It makes me question, how much is free will really real? If my mind can change who I am like that, it makes me realize even more so. I thought that for a while, that free will is kind of an illusion. Gotta lose weight. I can't wait for it to get cool and be nighttime, but I get so tired so early now because I get up at like 5:30 a.m. every day. This morning, I got up, exercised, ate, took a nap. I woke up, it was 10 a.m. I was like, holy shit, how is it only 10 a.m.? That's because I already did a bunch of stuff in the morning. And I have to. I feel like shit if I get up later. I hate that more people are around. I hate that it gets hotter. All right, well, I guess I'm going to go soon. I'll go in a few minutes, but putting most of my energy into screenwriting. I may be working on a TV show. We'll see. That's still, coming up. And if I do that, I'm going to wear a mask at all times and wash my hands a lot. I'd like to lose weight before I start working on it. 8 people here, that's cool. Click like, everyone. I talk to my mom a lot. She's doing all right. It's tough without my dad there. She was really missing him the other day, but it's tough. I mean, just got to get through it. And it's weird thinking back to my own life, certain things, and I'm doing as much as I can right now under quarantine, but I wish we could resume our lives again. But I know that if trying to reopen things is going to be a horrible idea right now. Las Vegas is reopening, just horrible. Thanks, Joanne. Thanks, Cher. So it's going to require even more shutdowns. If Las Vegas is opening, if Garcetti in LA wants to resume film productions in a few days, what the hell are they thinking? I mean, if they think that's helping us, well, no, they don't think that. All they're thinking is they're willing to sacrifice people. Yeah, I thought my mom would be traveling here this summer. Now, I don't know if she'll be doing that. You know, don't know if it's safe with this pandemic, and don't know what we could even do. It's definitely not safe to reopen. Places are already getting second waves of the pandemic, and it's going to happen more in more places, especially if places where lots of people travel reopen, like Los Angeles and Las Vegas. It's going to spread all over the world again. Think about it. How did it spread anywhere? One person had it. One person can spread it to as many as 1,000 people or more. Anyways, like I was saying, it's just really weird, the sensations of getting to feel like myself again in a way. Still not quite being myself. 11 people here. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that feels better just eating some of that Ezekiel cereal and drinking water. This burns me up so much. Look how my hand, I try and wear gloves all the time, but you can see it gets so dark and it hurts. And this is from barely having my hands out, you know. I always try and wear thick gardening gloves, and I wear a jacket. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back to working, but I'm also fine in a way. It's like, yeah, I'm just taking this time to do what I can, improve myself, improve my screenwriting, so that when in my own patience and everything, so when things do reopen, I'll be even better at, you know, navigating my film career. But overall, I am improving a lot with my dissociative disorder. I am way better than back in December when I was having literally like sleep paralysis and just horrific, painful thoughts when I first had my relapse. But Texas, I've heard they're already having a second wave because they're reopening things. And Texas, they, of course, a lot of people there, Memorial Day, were out partying and barbecuing. So, you know, you got to keep in mind, you'll see the waves come 2 to 3 weeks after, or maybe 1 to 3 weeks, I don't know, 1 to 2 weeks after, uh, you know, big events or times when people might have infected others. I'm glad I did this live stream. I think even this helps with my dissociative disorder. Just to sort of expose myself to different types of stimuli. That's why I wish I was working on film sets. I could really interact with people and engage my mind, but what can I do? Right now, there's barely any film work going. I've looked at Craigslist. I applied to a few things and didn't hear back, because you got to apply right away on Craigslist to get work because so many people apply. And there's barely any jobs posted on there anyways for film. It used to be there were tons every day. Yeah, I mean, people are getting frustrated with social distancing. And also the fact that, think about, what kind of help are we getting? We're told to social distance and stay home, but we're not getting financial help except for $1,200, which for most people was gone so quick. We're not getting food assistance, medical assistance, rental assistance, rental protections, tenant protections, all this stuff. They're just trying to ignore. So what do you expect? So, you know, yeah, people got to be responsible, but at the same time, it's been set up this way, like it's been designed this way, like a game to make people fail at, you know, social distancing. You know, it's like they don't want it to work. They don't want people to be able to do well, because then people will realize, oh, anytime they wanted to help us out with food, with housing, with medical care, with income, they could have done it, but they didn't want to. And so, you know, politicians know when this disease is gone, they won't be able to go back to screwing people over the way they could before, because then people wouldn't tolerate it. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it much because that gets me manic and dissociated too. But yeah, even this live stream I think is helping me. How's my battery doing? Pretty well. And I got my portable battery charger. But tonight I'll probably just go outside this store and just plug in my phone and charge it there. The other good thing about the quarantine, you know, I am learning more, be way more patient with myself. I used to be constantly just angry with myself, and I still am in many ways, but just try and be a little more patient. And also just people I know, you know, from back in Virginia and around here, we just check on it, you know, just message each other kind of regularly and just see how we're doing, you know. I'm barely getting by right now, but I'm not worried about it. I'll be all right. Things I want to worry about more now are my health and just keep working, stay motivated. This book is great. John Truby's The Anatomy of Story. This is my third time reading it. I'm almost done, as you can see. And I got my notebook full of like dozens of pages of notes for the screenplay that I'm still trying to figure out what do I want the story to be. I have the basic premise and setup, and I've been learning and changing it so it's cleaner and clearer and smoother. A big amateur screenwriting mistake is you make your plot so complex because you have this just kind of like feeling, this emotion that movies you like are really complex. So therefore, you don't make a simple desire line of this character, what they want, that goes through the whole story. Because you're feeling so many things, you assume, oh, it must be very, very complicated. When in reality, a good plot is very simple. What's complicated is working out how to make it that simple. So you see in amateur screenplays, amateur films, the dialogue is endless because people have to explain what the story is and how it's moving forward to the next scene. And that's what I want to avoid, and I want to keep it simple as far as what does this character want, how do they get it, and what gets in their way, and what's going to attack them on the way through the story. Thanks, Joanne. I don't have much to say about that, Sal 1. Click like, everyone, helps the video. More people joined, so now I'm going to keep going for a few minutes, I guess. It's nice that it's quiet out. I don't know what happened here where I'm parked here. Sometimes it's very busy. I don't know, maybe it's still kind of early in the day. Now it's pretty quiet. When I fill this up with water later, I'm going to do lunges over to where I fill it up. The water filling station. But yeah, that was bad. And I went to the bathroom. I took a big dump earlier, but that was nice because, you know, I don't have a toilet nearby. But eating that Ezekiel cereal and drinking lots of water, it makes me feel better. Gotta clear my head. Try and really limit what I eat. I'd rather be hungry and be able to think more clearly than full and feel crappy. How am I going to cut my hair? I know what razor to use now. It's the electric razor setting number 4. And that, with that, it's the length that I want where I can buzz it and it's pretty short. Cut my fucking hair. Yeah, Sal, I said I don't have much to say about that. And almost the only interaction I have with people regularly now is just going to the store. Because where else am I going to go? There are no shows anymore. Don't go to the movie theater. You know, I used to go to shows here every week. You know, the film jobs are pretty much gone. Apples or oranges, that depends on the day. But lately I've been eating more oranges. Oh yeah, I always wear a mask everywhere I go out. Even if I go outside in the park, I wear a mask. It's windy now. It's real nice. The curfew actually stopped. So, yeah, we did have a curfew for a few days. I was a little worried about that. I was scared because I was wondering, holy shit, like, are the police going to pull me over and question me and stuff for driving out? They didn't bother me. I just drove, but I didn't drive far. I drove like, I don't know, 2 to 4 miles to where I was going to sleep each night for a few nights while we had the curfew, and it was after the curfew. But the curfew was kind of more to try and arrest protesters, although people who were just out, happened to be out, also got arrested. But they dropped that after a few days. I think the city got sued or something to stop the curfew. How the hell do you live? You haven't been to a store in 3 months? What do? Raise your own food? Man, I'm in pretty good shape, but I do have to lose weight. I gotta lose... Oh, I see. You order food online. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I got to lose weight. Lose at least 25 pounds, I'd say. Probably 30. 30 is a safe bet. Have I been on a game show? I don't think I've ever been on a game show. Actually, I was once in high school, but I wasn't a contestant on there. I was just attending. No, I haven't been on any game shows. I attended Jimmy Kimmel Live once. I was way up in the back seats. That's it, yeah. But that's not a game show. And you know, for me, being cattled around and stuff, especially it was so hot and I had to go to the bathroom so fucking bad. And I was so dehydrated. It was tough. No, you don't pay to go to those shows. Thank goodness a breeze is coming through. Holy shit, that is nice. And now also, I just try and let myself be hungry sometimes, but like, let it be a mindful hungriness. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, oh, I'm hungry. That means I'm not healthy if I don't eat. No, just let it go. Get the calories I need. Obviously, I'm failing terribly at that, miserably. But it somehow lets me be sharper and lets me focus, you know? But yeah, gotta lose weight. But man, this screenplay, this one I'm working on, oh, it's driving me crazy. Trying to figure out what the fuck story. I have two very different story ideas it could be, and it can't be both. It's just too much story, it would collapse. And which is fine. If I take one out, I can make another movie with that other idea. And that's very much what I think I may do. But if I take that one out, I'm wondering, well, what do I do with this other story? How do I make a story out of that one? I don't know. And also, it's a really good other story that I was thinking about. So, and I have dozens and dozens of pages of notes on what it's going to be. 5 likes that I can tell. Thanks for liking, everybody. Battery's still doing all right. I already started this with like 50% battery practically, so it's still going strong. But man, the world is changing, and nothing can go back to the way it was before. It just can't. It won't. It's so damn hot out. I don't want to get out of this car, but I can't think about it. All right, Joanne. Thanks for joining. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. I've been going for nearly an hour, and then I'm going to get back to reading and writing. I've read 42 screenplays so far, and I want to read 100 at least. I have a list of over 200 that I want to read. Good ones and bad ones, because actually I learn a lot more from the bad ones, seeing how it doesn't work. It's just that the good ones are so much more fun to read, and the bad ones are so miserable and frustrating. I'm still glad to be in California. I'm so glad I'm not in Virginia. I would fucking hate it there. And it's so much bigger here. I have more places I can shower with water bottles in the street. If I was in Virginia, that would be a lot harder to do. I don't know where I would do that, really. I'm trying to think, because where did I... Yeah, actually, I could have done it before if I was getting up at like 5 a.m. But in the winter, hell, well, okay, it started in March here, the quarantine. So yeah, that's colder in Virginia. That would have been really tough. I showered when it was really windy yesterday. That wasn't too hard, but it was a little challenging. It was almost more challenging just because I had to protect the wind from, knocking my stuff over, and even from like blowing all the soap off me. Tomorrow I'm just going to do a bunch of push-ups. Normally I do burpees every day because I like doing the full body workout, but I got to give it a little rest and do focus on more specific body parts. So I did a bunch of squats and lunges today. I'll probably still do more. And tomorrow I'll focus on push-ups and back. Crazy. Just how much is changing. I really hope we get housing, get housing for everybody. I don't know. I don't know if we will. Train's coming. Good, now I get a breeze. Yeah, it's nice to just go live once in a while. I do enjoy this, even though maybe I don't seem like it. It's just weird feeling like this moment will be lost. You know, all these moments will be lost. Even as, you know, meandering as this live stream is, there's still something important about it to me, and it'll just be gone. Alright, well, it's been about an hour. I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. And click like if you like the video. Go back through some of my older videos. I got almost 2,000 now. I'm sure there's some you haven't seen that you'll enjoy, including even my earliest videos. Alright, I'm gonna get back to reading. Bye.